South Africa's Reynard Tissink turns in a fast performance in front of his home crowd, and Great Britain's Chrissy Wellington breaks yet another record. TriCenter starts now. Welcome to yet another TriCenter, the world's #1 triathlon news show. I'm Ann Westling. We had a crew on the ground at Ironman South Africa, so let's go right to the highlights. As is the case in any Ironman, race day in Port Elizabeth opened with great anticipation. Three-time Ironman world champion Chrissy Wellington showed her usual calmness as she prepped for the 140.6-mile journey. The race welcomed some of the veterans of the sport, including Aussies Belinda Granger and Luke Bell. And a festival-like atmosphere greeted athletes at the swim start at Nelson Mandela Bay. Cheerleaders, tribal drummers, helicopters, and nearly 40,000 spectators made for a scene, perhaps second only to Kona. Another unique aspect of this race was the swim start. The pro athletes began the 2.4-mile swim in the water, while the large age group field was left to run in from the beach. A cannon shot signaled the start for all the athletes. And midway through the swim, participants exited the Indian Ocean and enjoyed a bit of a sand run before entering the water for the second and final lap. In the men's pro race, Germany's Andy Boscher was the first athlete out of the water with a time of 47:42. He was followed by defending champion Reynard Tissink of South Africa. And as the duo worked to battle for front positioning, they were joined by Kona podium finisher Marino van Hoenacker of Belgium. Tissink and van Hoenacker jockeyed for the top spot, trading leads several times on the 3-lap bike course. As the lead duo neared T2, it looked like it was going to take an epic marathon to win this race. By the end of the 112 miles, van Hoenacker held a slim lead of 40 seconds over the South African, but the battle was not meant to be. Halfway into the run, van Hoenacker, perhaps showing the effects of racing in Abu Dhabi only a few weeks ago, lost his strength and made the decision to withdraw from the race. With van Hoenacker on the sidelines, Tissink was left to battle with Boscher. Boscher got within 25 seconds of the South African star, but was unable to close the gap. Despite suffering in the hot conditions, Tissink showed off his marathon strength, running his way to his third Ironman South Africa title and a new course record. Boscher also ran strong to earn second, and despite an effort from others to keep James Kanama at the back of the pack, he made it a 2-for-3 South African podium with his third-place finish, thanks to a marathon time of 2:53:16.
To do it in front of your hometown is really special. You know, these are the guys that support you the most, that you know, behind you almost 365 days of the year. So, you know, to be able to do it not only for yourself but for them as well, and for your city, you know, that supports you a lot, it's obviously very special.
As has been the case in every Ironman she has entered in her career, the women's event was all about Chrissy Wellington. The United States' Amanda Stevens and Great Britain's Rachel Joyce were the only two to spend time ahead of the world champion. The two turned in strong swim performances, but Wellington wasn't far behind. Within the first 10K of the bike, Wellington found her way to the front and there was no turning back. Despite building a 16-minute and 51-second lead over friend and former classmate Joyce off the bike, Wellington took the marathon course with a fiery pace. She posted a blistering 2:52:54 marathon, the fastest run of any athlete, male or female, on the day, to easily earn her first Ironman victory of 2011. Despite Ironman South Africa not being known as a particularly fast course, Wellington's time of 8:33:56 was enough to break her own record for fastest Ironman completed by a female. Nearly 35 minutes later, Joyce crossed the line for second. Germany's Diana Riesler earned third.
I never came here thinking that this was a world record breaking course. So it really didn't occur to me until 4 kilometers from the end. And I switched my watch over to kind of cumulative time because I only have it running for the marathon time. And I flicked it over and I looked and I was going past the 4K to go 38K mark and I thought, hang on a minute, I can make the world record. So I said to the bike guy beside me, I said, I think I'm on for the world record. He said, what is it? I said 8:36. I said, can you check the cumulative time in case my watch was wrong? And yeah, he came back and he said, oh, you've got, you know, X minutes to do XK. And I said, got it.
What a day in Port Elizabeth. We'll be back shortly with highlights from a competitive day at Ironman 70.3 Texas. But for now, we'll leave you with sights and sounds of the final finisher crossing the line in South Africa. Thanks so much for watching.
You are an Ironman. Awesome spectators, cheerleaders doing a great job of escorting into the finish line. One of the most amazing sensations of his life. The best finish line in the world in just a month of the day. So, right out there to see if anybody else is coming. As soon as we see them, we'll let you know. And we believe Stuart might well be the last finisher. Darren's to try and see if they can see somebody else. Nobody in sight. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Caca, poop, crap. Are we rolling on that?
Blooper.
Bloop.